Welcome to the Auto Express roundup of the New York Motor Show 2016, and here are our show's stars.
Nissan were a little bit quiet at the Geneva Motor Show, but they've turned up here at New York with the brand new GTR. Well, I say brand new, it's not totally new, it's tweaked in a certain number of areas. The first of which is at the front end. It looks a little bit more angular and aggressive than it did before. There's a brand new colour, but the most important change is probably the interior. It's a lot more simple. They've tried to improve the quality and the sensory feel of it. So there's a leather-covered dashboard, a brand new touchscreen. It looks a lot posher. Typically, Nissan haven't left the important bits unchanged. So the engine has been tweaked a little bit. It now delivers over 560 brake horsepower, and amazingly, it can go round corners even faster than it used to. We're going to be getting it in the autumn, and I cannot wait to drive it.
Bit of a surprise debut here at New York is the Audi R8 V10 Spider. Like the old car, it's got the canvas roof and the carbon blades down the side. This car will do 0 to 62 in around 3.6 seconds. Probably cost about £10,000 more than the hardtop version, so you're looking around £130,000. Not a lot if you say it too quickly. Virtual cockpit inside and the usual Audi R8 styling cues. Would you rather have one of these or a Ferrari? They're getting pretty close on price these days, something I think Audi has to be mindful of.
Mercedes isn't normally late to the party when it comes to cars, but with things like the coupe SUV, Mercedes has always been a bit behind the times. They're now changing that with cars like the GLE and this, the GLC coupe. It goes up against cars like the BMW X4, and overall I think it looks more sporty than the X4. It's a lot more curvy, a lot more seductive. Now in the UK we're going to probably only have diesel engines, so there'll be a GLC 220D and a 250D, both using Mercedes' tried and tested 2.1 litre diesel engine. There's probably going to be an AMG version as well, a 43. It's only seemed like 5 minutes ago since Toyota launched the normal Prius, and they've turned up at New York with this, something that looks strangely like the current Prius. Well, that's because it is. It's in fact the plug-in hybrid version, and its on-paper stats sound quite amazing. Toyota claims it can do 202 miles per gallon. Whether it can do that or not is an entirely different matter, and it will emit 32 grams per kilometre. It also looks a little bit different. The front end styling's a little bit changed, so's the back end. The lights are now vertical as opposed to horizontal, and the interior is a little bit different as well. It's now got a portrait style Volvo XC90 style tablet screen in the centre of the dash. Does it look better looking than the standard car? Well, both aren't beauties, are they? Jury's out. Elsewhere on the Toyota stand was the facelifted GT86. It gets new looks front and rear, but with no mechanical changes whatsoever.
Here's a bit of a conundrum for you. In the UK, Subaru is probably the most niche of niche players, but in the US, they sell hundreds of thousands of cars, hugely popular. So New York is the right place to launch the all-new Impreza. It sits on a new global platform that is longer in terms of the wheelbase than the old car, and we're likely to get this 5-door model in the UK later this year. There'll be traditional boxer engines underneath the bonnet, including a new 1.6, but the big news is inside, where at long last we can say there's a Subaru with a decent interior. Of course, there's the obligatory touchscreen, a dual touchscreen